this round, and NIP, as you said, one of the best teams in the world, if not the best team in the world for the pistol round.
Yeah, they are statistically the best. But here we go. So they put, oh no, actually just 3 people in A, 2 people still in B, and looks like Navi, they might try and make this a B push, but Starix, oh, he doesn't go anywhere actually. Sorry about that. Thought he was going down the ladder really quickly alone. FACEIT and Get Right are defending this bomb site, so let's see if we can get something from them. Get Right here, trying for that headshot, but not hitting it. And I think the Glock might have an advantage, but the main thing here is putting down the bomb somewhere.
Yep, and let's have a look at this overview quickly as we go. Get Right, just chilling there. Oh, you can see so many players.
Yeah.
They really want that inner so badly. And look, Exist is so ready on Pop Dog to just jump up that ladder and approach.
It's actually a really dangerous situation for Exist if they all ran down, but they're smoking down. FACEIT kind of out of the game for a moment. Get Right is still here, but FACEIT can't see anything, which is why he's changing his position. That's smart. And look at that. Navi, they're just walking down, not making any noise. This is so clever because the time they're taking means that, look, the rotation is going to go back to A, but it is a B push coming in here. And Get Right down to 1 HP. This is perfect play from Navi. Really beautiful stuff coming out. And FACEIT forced back. Forrest trying to come in here, but they're all rushing him down. He will get 1 kill, and that should be it. He will go down. FACEIT coming in from behind will get 1. Can he get another one? No.
Rybo coming in. Can he make the save? Edward takes him down, and it's just Exist left. Whereas Exist, there he gets 1. Markov goes down, but he's getting digged left and right. The Glock bullets just spraying around him. He's got so much pressure. 1-on-1 now. Exist, he goes for the defuse. He hasn't got a kit. And there's Edward in the distance playing the defuse. Dance, juking and driving. Edward will get that headshot, and that's Exist going down. What an impossible situation for him. But Edward, he definitely played it well. So there you go. Navi are going to...
Okay, so I have to do this. So they smoked up this position here by the train, which is kind of standard. FACEIT was all the way over here, so he was kind of out of the game. Get Right got a headshot right over here, down to 1 HP. So then, instead of running down, if they ran down, instantly NIP would have known. They would have all rotated in, but they walked down here. And that took so long that the people rotating in, it was Forrest coming in here. He actually ran back to the bomb site. Really, really clever strategy coming out from Navi and reading NIP really well. A nice 1 pistol round for the Ukrainians here early, and that's important. Also, the top board is a little bit turned around here. It says Navi on the CT side. That's not how it is, guys, so don't get confused.
Yeah, it confused me.
You can probably change that around in a little bit.
Markov on to Get Right, FACEIT onto Markov, and Starix going with the cleanup. So pretty simple, standard stuff that you'd expect on the eco round.
Yeah.
And you'd imagine that there won't be any surprise buy, because, you know, I guess those AWPs are so valuable.
Yeah.
That you really want to have them over a surprise buy. What do you think about that?
Well, I mean, the thing is,
oh,
they have...
Here you go. There is a surprise buy.
Just as you were saying that. But, I mean, this is... no, I think you're absolutely right. Normally, no, you wouldn't do this. But Exist is such a fan of this. He really does it. And I have to actually question a little bit whether or not it will keep working. Because Navi, they've already played against this once today. And they have played against it many times before. Get Right. Is he going to catch Edward?
Oh, Edward is... Oh, he's got to look the right way. That's the wrong way. Edward goes down. And that is a huge loss.
Yeah, and Markov taking a lot of damage too. So
at least they know now that it's a partial... Well, surprise buy.
But they should already know. I feel like... Oh my god, that shot from Forrest onto Zeus. That shouldn't... Oh, I don't understand.
2 players gone down with their backs to their killers.
Zeus was just making his way out of there. This is going to be frustrating for...
Great shot from Chenya there.
Yeah.
Gets one down, has the bomb. It's at least now a 3v4 situation. And Dark Passenger, he's on the B side here. On the upper area. Get Right and FACEIT and just chilling there. It's very tense right now because any moment they could pop out, but actually it looks like Starix is going to fall all the way back. It looks like they want to go for pop.
Yeah, I think
Chenya's going to go for
that's the smart play.
Main.
They can use Markov's AWP in this A bomb site much better, I think, right now.
Freiburg's going to be the problem here. If they can get Freiburg down on that CT Sky, it's going to be so helpful for them. And he's going to pop up soon. And the Markov gets Freiburg. That's a wonderful shot there with the AWP.
Oh no!
Going down. Oh my
Team kill
god!
onto Starix. That's so bad. Forrest taking down Senya, and all of a sudden it's 3-on-1, and the headshot from Forrest. Triple from him. That was a brutal and critical mistake from Navi coming out there.
You can't see you guys, but I'm face palming right now.
Yeah. Oh, I'm a little bit sad about that. But I mean, that can happen, and they were really, really a sort of a hype to maybe win that round back. 1-on-2 here. NIP Gaming up by 1 round. Oh, sorry, not, but they have 1 round, and sorry, Navi, they have 2. The scoreboard still change around. We'll try and see if we... No, there we go. It's no, it says NIP both times. We'll fix it in just a second, guys. Do not worry. It's being fixed.
Here you go. Next round. And of course, NIP quickly switching the momentum. That surprised by Exists making a good call, although it almost felt like Navi kind of were their own worst enemies in that round, to be honest.
Yeah.
And Exist pushing around Electric Box, Pop Dog Train, probably wants to get in there. And it looks like an inner approach. Edward moving to the upper area where he might find Fiflerin. Fiflerin's going to be ready for Edward. Oh, wow, what an amazing shot. Can he get the second? He does. Fiflerin gets 2. Can he get 3? Not quite yet. There won't be the approach from Markov. It's Exist with the flank and get right there. What an amazing convergence. What coordination from NIP in that round. Yeah,
really good stuff. And I mean, so Navi, they wanted to do like a slow push and an eco round like that. And it, like, I guess when they got the first, like when Fiflerin took the first kill, I think they should have just rushed the B-bomb side. There's no reason to peek out one at a time. But they did, and that's it. No reason to talk about that anymore, really. We're on to the 5th round, and they have bought again this time, Navi. And what are they going to do to try and bring it home?
Looks like they're pushing 2 down to Ali here, and Chenya actually is going to be the 3rd that also goes down to Ali. Got Edward on the pop area as well as Zeus on T main. So this could be a quite an interesting push through Ali. Let's see how long they choose to wait before they throw their grenades and decide to just rush in, and what kind of setup they want to use. But Zeus actually, okay, he's going to jump up there onto the garbage unit, whatever the hell you're going to call it.
Yeah.
And Edward there still on pop. So it looks like they want to just kill that initial time.
Right now, look, Starix is looking to the right, and Markov, he's actually falling back. But I think they were waiting for Freiburg to maybe peek out. But Freiburg, steady as a rock, just holding his position almost like he's AFK a little bit. Just not going to be moving. Even though there's like a grenade like right in front of him, this is like a really sort of a zen state of mind he's got going on, just waiting for it.
Yeah, Freiburg sees the grenade come in, and he's going to fall back a little bit on his position, flash back a little bit more onto the corner, an incendiary there, and jumping across. Starix does not value his life. It's jumping straight in, first man. Chenya now coming in with the bomb. Freiburg repositioning himself. He's going to get 1. He's going to get... Oh, there's the second, and oh, he gets the dink on the 3rd, and he's so low, gets finished. Chenya finished off by Forrest, in with the cleanup, and Forrest going to get the last one in the open area there, outside, no problem at all.
Okay, so as lost rounds go for Navi, they managed to take down 3 people, leaving just 2 people for NIP alive. That's like, you know, obviously winning the round would have been better, or 4 kills would have been better, but they're not losing rounds right now where it's a flawless round for NIP, and that is really critical for the economic game. Because if you look at it, I mean, Fiflerin and Forest are building up an economy, but everyone else is still pretty low on NIP, which means if Navi can get around in at some point in this game, then like they could actually put them in a situation where they like
quick inner push though. Sorry to interrupt you there, but stuff's going crazy here. Straight in the side, they just wanted to get the round over with, trying to get that quick plant. And but yeah, continue your thoughts. Good sir.
Well, I was just saying that if Navi can finally get in a round, when they keep on getting kills on NIP, if they get in a round at some point, maybe they can really sort of you know, they can force them to not buy the next round. That's what they're looking to do, but it's getting more and more difficult now, and that's at the point where you can really get locked out of a train map. You need that 1 win to mean something when you're on the terrorist side. 2-4 is now the score as you move into the 7th round. Let's see if Navi can do it this round with rifles. And they're putting a lot of people over here. And I think, is Edward going to be the first one? No, he's not even going down yet. Trying to see if they can wall bang on through.
And Getright's there on the inner defense by himself. And Zeus and Edward and Dark Passenger look like, or Starring's looking like they're trying to make that push. The smoke there may be indicative of Getright that something is not right. Fiflerin comes in to help Getright and positions himself on the upper area there. And Getright going in close. Can he get the kills? Not quite the case. And on Fiflerin now, as we see him, now having to make up a defense by himself on B. But is the commitment going to come onto B? That's the question. Bomb dropped, handed off to Edward there, and it looks like they're going to maybe decide to do something else. They still have quite a lot of time. They've got Chenya over at Ali, and Starings as well going to join him. It looks like they're going to go 3 for Ali, or no?
So far pushed up Freiburg here. I don't think Senia is going to be ready for it when he comes around the corner.
Oh, Freiburg, 1.
And then he goes aggressive.
2. And he's going to get a 3rd. He wanted to get the 3rd. He did the little try, but then he realized, okay, I did pretty well there. I can back away. It's no problem.
Look, more incendiary grenade coming out here from NIP. This is something we haven't seen too much from them before, but starting to be apparently picked up into their arsenal. That's really nice.
So he's creeping out through T main. He's in, and there's Exist up on T-Sky there. Markov going to go for him, but it's too strong of a position. Exodus going to take him down. Edward as well, and that was just on lock there from NIP, as you would expect. And really, that surprise buy is still hurting Na'Vi because losing that momentum. They got the pistol round. It's what they desperately wanted to do. And as you said, it was a bit risky for the surprise buy on a map like this, where the warp is so valuable, so valuable. But still, they went for it. And Na'Vi had some kind of weird hiccup in that round that we won't talk about. And since then, it's been very difficult for them.
I'm really confused about, like, they got Get Right down over by the B bomb site because Get Right was moving up really, aggressively, and it didn't work out. So that leaves Flaren alone there, and they know that. They know he's alone now, and yet they kind of went for the other bomb site, and I'm not sure what their thinking was. And then they ran into Freiberg down on Ivy, and he kind of decimated that team. Edward, where's he pulling off here? Walking down. Flaren is looking there, so if he comes to the smoke, Edward, it might be gonna. Flaren doing a really good job of here. Like every time the smoke goes down up here, Flaren is gonna throw it down again, so that Edward has to walk through the smoke if he wants to go for it. And that's not something Edward is really interested in doing. He does make his way down here. Freiberg, once again with the opening kill. And he's going to get another one. So great defense coming out here. That's really going to shut down Na'Vi. Now they're 5-on-2.
Just picked apart. It's always so difficult in train to just make that break, get that pick, get that Q to get your team into an advanced position on a bomb site. It's always so difficult, and you can see that Na'Vi and their ability to try and accomplish that, they've just been picked away. There's 2 left. Edward now is coming onto Fiflerin. Actually, here, can he get something of this? He does get Fiflerin, but Get Right is there with the trade, and now it's just all down to Marklov in the open area here outside. Can he get one? He gets the headshot there on Freiberg, but again, the trade, and that's why one of the reasons why trading is so important in this game. Yeah.
It really is. So we're moving into the 9th round now. There's a 4-round advantage this time for NIP, and there's a good chance that will expand or be furthered even more. Na'Vi are also on an eco round this time, but they have to keep in mind that they don't have to win many rounds on the terrorist side for them to make it worth it. Like if they could get 5, they'd be looking quite good. But right now they're on 2, and that's not quite enough. The question is, what are they going to do this round? I think they might be able to try and put the bomb down here if they smoke out properly. But no, they're not even doing that. They have a lot of smokes out here, so. But Senia is taking the bomb to the A bombs, as the B bomb side looks like.
Yeah, it does seem that way, and actually Siren's going to cause quite a hassle there, but actually he's going to get taken down very handily by Exist. Marklov also there, trying to cause a hassle, but easily taken down, and Chenyo will at least get the bomb down.
Beautiful.
And that's a great result. That's exactly what they played for. And all the commotion, all the confusion, all the confuddlement, they did at least manage to get the bomb down. That's all they wanted.
Edward took a deagle to Get Right's face, otherwise that bomb wouldn't have gone down, so that was really critical. Putting down the bomb, $300 for the bomb planter, and then another $800 for everyone on the team. That is really, really important, and you can tell, like, look at Na'Vi's economy, because of putting down that bomb, looking much healthier all of a sudden. It's really critical. So 9-2 as we move into the 10th round. Let's see if they can get this round. They have the orb on Markolov. Can they get the pick off on someone on the map? That would really be important, and looks like, is he going to go for the middle to try and do that? I really think Markolov could be pivotal in winning this round for them.
We'll have to find out, as Markolov at the team main there is positioned with the AWP. Can he get anything? I mean, NIP, are they playing with no AWP? They got Get Right with your auto sniper?
Yeah. And Flaren has an AWP, but Get Right with the auto sniper is this is like the classic position. Almost tempted to call it the Get Right position, but that might not be entirely fair. I actually saw it first time in American Counter-Strike on, I can't even remember now, which is a real shame, but it was one of the American teams, Quantic or Curse or something.
Oh, it looks like Na'Vi going to make an effort through the Get Right position. Get Right's going to see their shins here. There he's going to go for the shots. He misses there. Just about oh, there he goes. He gets one. That Marklov, was that not quite ambitious to try and actually fight Get Right there? I mean, that was pretty crazy.
Yeah, I think the reason it's ambitious is because he got the leg shot off, but Marklov must have known that, like, a leg shot in that position is only going to drop him down to 16 HP. If he'd had a friend with him or teammate with him shooting down with the AK, they might have been able to drop Get Right. But that's kind of a shame because I think, as I said, they do need Markolov a little bit this round. But it's not over yet, so let's see what they can do. Get Right for Flaren in this B bomb site. Exist really ready to rotate in. You can see Exist kind of covering almost both bomb sites, and Edward deciding maybe want to try and look down here.
Indeed. This is, again, the situation. Again and again, Na'Vi make these plays. They try to get their way in. Oh, here we go. Before I continue that thought, we've got the approach. Chenya going to get taken down by GetRight. Spam through the smoke. Another reason why his weapon's so good. And when those smokes are put down, Fiffler on the upper position. Starrink's going to get caught. He goes down. It's just all on Edward. And again, they just picked off one by one in their efforts to try and get onto a site. And what is it about? What are they doing wrong? Or why is it so hard? I think it's trained, but still.
Yeah, I think the first time they realized GetRight was there with an auto sniper, there would have been different routes in. But the problem they have is that when GetRight is down here looking with the auto sniper and Fiflaren is way back on the ramp looking with the orb, then where do you go on the speed bomb site? The problem with the auto sniper is you can't even really smoke it out properly, because if you run in for the smoke as the auto sniper is firing away, you're really going to be in some trouble. I think what they need to do here is they need to try and make a quick push. No more waiting around, no more trying to get these pickoffs, because they're not getting them. They need to try and go and see if they can really sort of surprise NIP with an aggressive push somewhere, get the opening kills, and then rush on from there.
Definitely, and Edward and Starrink's going to try to make their way up for Ali, and Fiflerin's actually not in position just yet. They're actually going to back away just as Fiflerin gets in position. And Exist pushing up Pop a little bit, then Zeus rotating back around. Again, they haven't really decided exactly what they want to do just yet, as GetRight falls back. Again, always switching up the positions, but are they going to make an attempt on Pop? Because there is Exist waiting right there. Edward, is he going to drop down? He sees Exist. Exist goes for the defense there, and Edward is going to get battered away, so he's going to have to try to be careful. Will they try to commit down to Exist? Maybe they could get Exist down and then make the trade, or rather pay for the trade there. I'm not sure if that's a good move, but at least it gets them some ground.
Yeah. Like a 1-for-1 trade is generally favoring the terrorists, but I don't know. I think Na'Vi are going to want more than that one kill, and that's Edward.
They get it. And this could open up team main. Zeus and Marklov pushing through. Forrest could get caught there, but not before he gets the bomb down on Pop Dog. And he gets Marklov as well. And Zeus is there under the T-Sky, and he's going to get down. And again, they go down to 3 players, but at the same time, that's not a round win for Na'Vi. They're still on 2 rounds.
Yeah. And now also, like, the economy difference between these two teams is now so overwhelming that it's really hard to do anything. Fiflaren has 16,000. He's also 10-3. And Forrest is 13-3, so Fiflaren playing a really good round of Counter-Strike here against Na'Vi. GetRight also doing a good job switching his position with the auto sniper. They did get that early kill and Exist, and Edward tried to keep on going from there, but it's so difficult. Again, I feel like the slow approach they're taking here is not paying off for them. I
guess it's not super horrendous because they've lost so many rounds in a row. They get that bonus to their income, but still, it's so dire for them. But they're making a quick push on the outside, and as we see, Starrink's there trying his best on Electric Box. We move to Zeus, who tries his best as well, but it's not good enough against NIP, who are just mammoths here, just titans of this defense of the A bomb site. And now Starrink's is making a last play, but just easily shut down by the AWP of Fiflaren. So it's very difficult for us as commentators to watch the excruciating experience of Na'Vi.
And this is sometimes what Train is like. This is sometimes the game you should watch on Train. You think, like, what is going to happen? But the fact is, it can actually switch around. There are still 3 rounds left of this first half.
There is a pause on the server.
Oh, server pause. I guess someone
Why
might
Freiberg? What's up, Freiberg? What is up, good sir? What is the problem? What is the problem? It's 10-2. Chill out. I mean, I don't know. It seems pretty good. He could probably go AFK, and they probably would still pull the round out.
Yeah, might be. But Freiberg is also like one of the like cornerstones here.
True. That is very true. He is always watching that alley with
doing a really good
diligence.
Job. But like 10-2 is a bad situation for Na'Vi. But if they win 2 more rounds of the last 3, maybe there's a way back into this game. Again, more so in 1.6 than in Counter-Strike Go, but in 1.6 it was not uncommon to see a team only get like 3 rounds and then and the CT side, take
we're back in. Sorry.
Fantastic. So there we go. Everyone is ready. Here we go. The 13th round, the first half in the second game of this best of 3 semifinals between NIP and Na'Vi in the FACEIT.
And they will have AKs. They're going to go straight for it, straight into the outside there. As they just get gunned down. Markelov at least gets 1.
He get barbecued, Markelov. That was Forrest with the incendiary grenade taking him down. That's amazing. Forrest here now with a triple. No, actually just a double. That was Freiberg taking that kill. Oh, cheeky Freiberg.
And there's the last on Pop Dog. Edward, can you do it? Can you do it, Edward? Show us something special. And Freiberg
showing us a triple kill. But not so special considering he did an ace on Dust 2.
No.
So we're expecting more from Freiburg.
But you're saying like if they get 2 or 3 more rounds, brilliant. And the thing is that actually their greatest chances to do that is actually at this point of the game when they've lost so many consecutive rounds that they're getting quite a boost on their income.
Yeah, but
so they can always buy.
They've decided to not do that in favor of like trying to take the last round.
Yeah.
So this is a tough choice when you're playing Counter-Strike, and it's always difficult to do. Zeus has bought an AK. But the problem is he'll be peeking. Oh, missed shot from FACEIT. Might be an opening for Zeus here if he can get the shot on FACEIT.
In the ground, but he doesn't make the kill.
So much damage. Surely he'll get it unless FACEIT. Oh, FACEIT does it.
Zeus.
And he gets away. That was really, really well played from FACEIT because FACEIT had 2 options. Then he could have tried to run for it and Zeus would have killed him. Or he could have done what he did and stood his ground, and that's not easy to do with 2 HP.
It was like that was so key. The whole story of this to me is the fact that they can never gain ground.
Yeah.
Ever on NIP. If they had made that kill, they gain a lot of ground. GetRight's in a very disadvantaged position against the 2 or 3 players shooting down onto him from the high ground. So, oh man, that's really disappointing. But here we go. Starring's coming in through T main and
oh my!
Wow. Okay, no entry.
No, and I don't understand how Freiburg got that shot with the AK. I mean, it was almost just pistols against 1 AK here. So maybe not the best win for NIP that round, but a win is a win. Don't really care what your opponents have. 12-2, the final round of the first half. Na'Vi, if they want to stay in this match, they need this. And the reason they saved, so they can get this orb on Markelov, enough grenades to do something, can they put them to use? They're lining up with the grenades, getting ready, throwing them in. They're trying to make sure that if FACEIT comes in, he's going to get smoked out. I think, are they going to smoke out the middle here? Yeah. FACEIT is out of the game until he does something else.
And we'll see what goes on here because
there's only GetRight defending the B-bomb site.
Round.
And Edward is in the middle. Look, Edward.
Whoa, what the hell, Edward? Oh my god. Edward gets one. GetRight straight in the back of the head. He's got Fiffler in there on the CT connector.
That was a beautiful strat coming out from Na'Vi. Wow. They smoked up so that Edward could run all the way down the corridor from the ramp room.
Or from the ladder room. Back. Oh, Fiffler turns around and he gets it. I don't even know if that was a no-scope. Was that a no-scope?
I don't even know, but it was...
Chenya there on the close defense as the NIP players flood into the bomb site. Can this defensive setup work? Zeus with the flank. Exist going to take down Chenya there. Starring's going to come out from 2 sides there. Markelov and Zeus. No. It's just down to Zeus. They don't know where he is coming from, but he's got no angle. He's got no vision on the bomb. It's so unfortunate.
Going to be Exist with the triple in the end.
Yeah.
13-2, the first half score between these 2 teams. That is a little bit brutal, especially considering what a pivotal role Edward played in that round. I mean, they managed to smoke up all the way from the pop block train up to the connector bit.
GetRight says, "Where did you come from, Edward?"
Yeah,
because he's just sitting there like a melon.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's exactly right. He was just sitting there right for the taking, and that's what Edward did. So the second round coming in, this pistol round, obviously crucial for Na'Vi. If they don't win it, it's done.
It is done.
They're out of the cup, and NIP are in the finals waiting for either Lemon Dogs or Virtus Pro.
And hopefully NIP can show us how it's done now on train to just circumvent the defense. And here they come out into the outside onto the A site, and we see Chenya with the long-range USP getting fading to the Glock, and this is a great engagement for the Glocks on the outside. And there's another one coming from Ali. This is looking very bad indeed. It's down to Zeus now, just him. Oh my god, he just gets overwhelmed. And Anders, is it over? Is it over, Anders?
I mean, I guess there's like a rule when you're a commentator. You're never really supposed to say that, especially because you never know if they'll win this eco run and go on to win with Nova shotguns from the rest of the game on out. But I also really don't want to make an idiot of myself. And everybody.
I'm fully prepared to do that.
Yeah, well,
I've done it many times. I'm an expert.
I'm sure we'll get plenty of opportunities as well anyway. But no, we're definitely at a point where everybody watching this game as well, all the viewers, they're not stupid either. They know what's up here. 14-2. They win the pistol round, and here
you go. This is it. This could be a pivotal round as well. But nothing too crazy happening. Edward Lee's getting a frag there onto Forest. But it's a quick, easy cleanup, and it's all going to be about this next round, of course. As
I mean, a really brave attempt, and Freiburg with the quad kill, but they're trying what they can here, Na'Vi. But
out come the Famises and so on.
So So your video that we mentioned earlier about the winner's mentality, this is Na'Vi saying that they're willing to fight to the very last round in spite of what they're up against, like buying a scout on Edward from us and everyone else. Na'Vi know what's up, and they're not going to quit and give up. They really, really want to try to see if they can bring it back. So they deserve a lot of credit for that. But 15-2 here, the 18th round, the second half, the second game in this best of 3, and this is what it all comes down to. Let's see. Forrest trying out here in the A courtyard. He's actually uncontested so far, but can he get... Oh, it's not a nice shot onto Starix. Starix does get a kill on Exist, though. And Senia taking some damage. Oh, Get Right with the kill. And let's see. Markelov all alone.
Edwards, the AWP going straight down, and Markelov doing his best as he can from CT Sky, but caught from behind, and Forrest gets it.
Yeah.
And that is going to be it, 16-2. An overwhelmingly dominant performance on Train from NIP after a very close Dust 2. We saw some promising stuff from the Ukrainian Titans there on the first map, which was their pick, of course, but you can see why NIP picked Train.
Yeah, and I don't want to, well, not to make excuses for Na'Vi either, but I think it would have been a different situation if they'd won that knife round. That really does make a massive difference. Yeah. And NIP doing some cheeky stuff by surprise buying in the third round when they were on the terrorist side, or on the CT side, sorry. In spite of losing the pistol round, they made it back so quickly. Really took the victory from Na'Vi. So that means NIP, they're in the finals, the grand finals here.
Grand finals.
And do we have a result for Lemon Dogs versus Pro yet?
I'm trying to work that out, and I'll let you guys know if I can give you guys that information before we go to the break. That'd be wonderful.